welcome to Mock the Week. I'm Dara O'Brien. Joining this week are Milton Jones, Rhys James and Sarah Keyworth, Angela Barnes, Ahir Shah and Glenn Moore. We start now with a round called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Sarah, which category would you like?
Home news, please, Dara.
OK, your topic is home news. The answer is nearly 100. What is the question?
Is it at what age I will stop being mistaken for a teenage boy?
Same.
Milton?
Is it how many times did I look at the news this week and think I'm not going to bother turning up? My husband's from the Middle East. Well, Norfolk.
And Mock the Week has entered the war.
Is it how many years do you get in prison if you ask the judge for a go on his little hammer?
Is it how many problems has Jay-Z got?
Very nearly.
All right,
Very nearly.
For the older people, how many balloons that are red has Nina got?
Is it how many of the 101 Dalmatians were actually Labradors who'd been paintballing?
Is it how many bees tall am I? 100 if I'm on my tippy toes.
Is it what does David Attenborough mutter every morning to get himself through the day?
How many times you can say duck before people start to think you're never going to say goose?
Last week, I gave Liz Truss £1,000 to invest. How many pounds do I now have?
Is it how many times have I waited at the stage door for Abbey Voyage before realising they're not going to come out and sign my play?
Is it what percentage of Dara's body is hairless?
Surprisingly bear-like.
Is it how many posters of Obama is too many on my bedroom wall, considering she's not as famous as her dad? She's like 30. What are you doing?
Is it what would you score on pointless for saying Rhys James in the category cool, sexy comedian?
Is it how many different animals are in the cheapest sausage?
Oh, that's the one. That's the one.
That's the same as Marley or Obama, apparently.
What % of my money did I lose when I invested in Brewdog the musical?
Is it how many laps of heaven Captain Tom has completed?
And in many ways, you're editing the show here, and I don't think you're making good decisions. Sorry, do we have the correct answer?
Is it how many years Labour held Gorton and Denton's seat before the election?
That's absolutely right. Thank you very much, Rhys. Correct. Yes, the question I was looking for was, how many years did the Labour Party hold the seat in Gorton and Denton for before losing it to the Green Party in the recent by-election?
She's our first ever Super Mario MP.
She is?
Yes,
she is.
Plumber who we haven't seen do any plumbing.
Yeah.
Wants to legalise mushrooms.
I think I'm turning into my nan because I keep referring to her as a lady plumber.
That is a big debate, yeah.
Right, and I hate myself every time I say it. I think, what's going to happen? I'm going to wake up, vote reform and try and turn on the dishwasher with the Sky remote.
There's a whole thing about how... Because like a female plumber or a woman sounds like creepy and weird, so you're left with a lady plumber. Hello, I'm a lady plumber. Which
That's
is,
what I call my gynaecologist.
Absolutely.
She's not a lady plumber. I'm a lady plumber. Would it be fair to say that we've all been pretending we've always known what Gorton and Denton is?
Yeah. I keep thinking it sounds like manufacturers who make trousers that old people can soil themselves in.
Yeah, no, I do.
Is that a company? Sorry, is there companies that make trousers for old people?
Definitely. It used to be on the back of Sunday supplements, but you're too young to remember that.
Yeah.
Dragons, I'm asking for 100. We will now do a demonstration. Over to you, Deborah.
She did say in her victory speech, she was like, apologies to anyone who I've got appointments with, I'm going to have to cancel. And if you did have an appointment with her that she was going to fix, like, you'd be so pissed off.
Yeah.
But you'd want to take it to your local MP. You turn up and you're like,
Jesus Christ, this is a bloody racket round here.
The thing is that Zach Polansky, who's the leader of the Greens, isn't an MP, right? He's not a sitting MP.
Yeah.
And she now is, so she's more powerful than him. So any time he tells her to do something, she'll be like, yeah, all right, Billy No Seat, why don't you do it yourself? She'll be like, Hannah, I think you should ask the Prime Minister. Oh, I think. Get your own seat. You can ask him yourself, you dickhead. Leave me alone.
It's nice that the party called Labour has been defeated by a woman who's done some.
But the harsh thing is for Starmer, because it's a huge loss for Labour that they didn't win this. And one of the main reasons they won is because she was campaigning on being a plumber, and the only reason she could be a plumber is with tools made by Starmer's dad.
Everyone's angry with Starmer, but they're going to be even angrier when they find out how much promoting of foreign manufacturing he does. Apparently, the first word he said in his wedding vows was IKEA.
How did Reform react to their loss at the by-election?
They claimed it was rigged.
They did.
They said there was family voting.
Yeah.
But I think that's also just Reform being suspicious of the concept of loved ones.
But that is what families are, isn't it? It's like, yeah, we live in a democracy as society, but within that society and democracy is 1,000 mini dictatorships. That is what families are. Parents are dictators, aren't they? Like, I didn't get a vote as a kid as to whether or not I got christened. That was decided by this sort of Mussolini figure who raised me. And her puppet husband. One half term, right? Me and my siblings won the democratic vote to go to Thorpe Park, OK? Was that democracy upheld? No, we went to Halfords. It's all dictatorships. Of course, this is how it works.
It is how it works,
You're a dictator. You've got kids. You're a dictator.
Yeah, of course I am. Otherwise, stuff wouldn't get done. I'm sorry, that sounds slightly fascist.
Wearing a black shirt, though.
I think I'm going to get this model train to run on time. Meanwhile, what have the Clintons been up to this week?
Managing their greetings card company.
You're absolutely right, I apologise. Meanwhile, what have Bill and Hillary Clinton been up to this week? Should it be more specific when I ask the question?
They've been being deposed about their being in the Epstein files.
Yes.
Right. So, and the thing is, like, Bill Clinton is sort of the one guy where you're like, it'd be weirder if you hadn't been. Like, you know what? Like, you find out that Stephen Hawking was there, and you're like, sorry, what? And then someone says that Clinton was there, and you're like, oh yeah, the sex president. Yeah, that makes
Yeah, the guy who had sex in the Oval Office. How would he not have been there?
Yeah.
I mean, Epstein would be in Clinton's files.
Also, just like Clinton clearly has a type, and that type is women with large black boxes around their face.
That square thing, it's become so iconic now that I'm going to do an app that just will redact your photos on your phone just randomly. So when you're flicking through, just redacted faces just appear. I think that is dragons. If you give me 50 grand for a redacto app, what we'll do is so randomly your photographs will just have somebody.
How upsetting would it be, though, if you did that on your phone randomly and it just covered up your face?
Also, yeah, Dara, no one would ever be able to work out who that was.
You might want to redact the words "mock the weak" behind you.
That's a very good point.
It's
And
also
they're big contextual clues. If you don't hold it right, it looks like you're trying to sneak a peek out of the redacted box.
That's what it looks like when 2 ahead of you is a megabus, but ahead of you is a hearse.
Moving on, how are councils cracking down on fly tipping?
Why would they do that if a fly gives you good service?
I thought,
You're right. Really neat.
I've got a fly tip. If you wear a button rather than a zip, you'll never forget to do it back up.
But you're not. I remember the 5010. My cock was always hanging out.
Oh, I know. I've worked with you for years.
And that's why you're now redacted.
So it just reminded me of a story. My friend got on a train and went to the toilet and he accidentally hooked... I can't tell it. Just for the room, right? But
We'll put a black square over it.
He went to the toilets and he had his earphones on, and when he came out, he hadn't realised that when he'd done his trousers up, the earphone cord had wrapped around his business. And then when he got back into the train, he put his earphones on and just pulled his penis
Time for a podcast. The rest is history.
What a weird December when your Spotify Wrapped is just your dick.
And presumably he wouldn't have been able to hear everyone screaming.
The good thing is, if we all do a joke about it, it has to go.
And do you know what? He was very embarrassed and he let himself down a bit, but no one knew because he was wearing a fresh pair of Gorton and Dentons.
At the end of that round, the points go to Angela, Ahir and Glenn. Join us after the break for more Mock the Week. Now we play a game called You Think That's Bad? In a world where everything seems to be going wrong, this is a chance for our performers to compete to outdo each other with tales of woe from their lives, and I decide whose is the worst. Anyone care to start us off?
I'll go first if you like to. I bought a tumble dryer this week because, things are going all right. Oh. And I got it home, and this tumble dryer is Wi-Fi enabled. And I don't really understand why. And it's made me really paranoid that the Russians are going to hack it. And I think they have, because the other day I took all the socks out and all the little ones were inside one big one.
You can actually save a lot of money on a Wi-Fi enabled dryer if you set a VPN to pretend it's somewhere warmer.
I'm really going to say that you have some trousers that really need washing.
I don't actually, because I wear Gorton.
You think that's bad? My girlfriend's got this parrot. She keeps it in this cage next to the bed. I hate it so much because it's just such an idiot. It's like genuinely the dumbest parrot I've ever seen in my life. It thinks I'm called Jonathan. It keeps asking me to fuck it harder. It's like, my name is Rhys.
If you think that's bad, I once texted my dad saying, "Hi, Dad, can you pick me up tonight?" But my phone changed the word pick to oil.
Yeah, OK, Peter Mandelson, we believe it.
You think that's bad? The woman I'm seeing at the moment thinks my name's Jonathan.
Everything has just fallen into place.
If you think that's bad, last week my wife and I watched all the episodes of Game of Thrones back to back. Unfortunately, I wasn't the one facing the screen.
What's the dragon like? Tell me what the dragon is like. Is it
You think that's bad? When I was at school, I once called my teacher Dad instead of Daddy. That was the worst.
You think that's bad? I just booked a non-refundable holiday to Dubai in a week's time.
I think that's bad. I've had a difficult life. My earliest memory is getting hit round the head with a cricket bat when I was 28.
I think that's bad. I tried to impress a girl once by putting my foot down on the pedal, but apparently she'd seen a bin open like that before.
I think that's bad. My own phone autocorrects my name to the word shit. Ahir to shit, not Shah to shit. You'd assume it'd be Shah to shit, wouldn't you? Yeah, same two verses.
I wouldn't presume any of that. I didn't presume that at all.
Autocorrects my first name to the word shit. Autocorrects my surname to the word shag.
Which you are.
Angela and I had a very acrimonious divorce.
If you think that's bad, I've never even had a boyfriend.
Can we, in the edit, just use that?
At the end of that round, the points go to Angela, Ahir and Glenn. The next round is called Redacted, Andrew, Redacted, Mansell, Redacted Island. This game involves Angela and Milton, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers will step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Let's have our first topic, please. Let's spin the wheel. The first topic is nudity. Who wants to give in that? Angela.
The look of fear on the audience's faces. It's like, I'm not good at being naked. I don't like being naked. I've tried all those things you're supposed to do to be OK with your own naked body. You know, you're supposed to stand in front of a mirror and say out loud all the things you love about your body. But unfortunately, the only thing I ever come up with is left nipple marginally less hairy than right. Yeah. I wish I was more German, really. German people are really good at being naked. You'll know that if you've ever been on a holiday to the Canary Islands, you'll know it's just English pubs and German penises as far as the eye can see. Well, they have the highest number of nudists per capita in the world. That's true for Germans. They love getting it out. And they do, but they do it in a very German way, you know? They're not all embarrassed like we are, a red face. They're not, why wouldn't I want to get the air on all my bits? It's just very German. And I read about this because there's a German nudist movement. You might have seen their beaches all over Europe. They're called the FKK beaches, you know, the Freikörperkultur, the free body movement. And I'm telling you about it because I read about the man who started that movement in the 1920s in Germany, and his name was, I shit you not, Adolf Koch. Now, I can't stop thinking about Adolf Koch back in 1920s Germany, because I think there must have been a moment, There must have been a moment where he went, oh, no. Oh, no, I've started a nudist movement and my last name is English slang for male genitalia. Oh, no, thank God I've got a nice, normal first name. He didn't know, did he, what was going to happen? He didn't know what was round the corner. That's how you know that Hitler's the worst dictator, isn't it? Because he's ruined both his names. You can't call a baby Adolf anymore. You're not allowed to. You can still call a baby Benito. You can still call a baby Joseph. I said it to my friend. He said, yeah, you can still call a baby Paul. I said, Paul? He said, Paul Pot. I said, that's not his name. Glad you got that, Dara, because this is not fucking useless.
Well done, Angela. Very good. That leaves us with Milton. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is espionage.
The Russians have infiltrated everything. Even the instructions to my cottage pie last night said Putin microwave. But you need to know something, ladies and gentlemen. I've spent some time in the secret services. Yeah, the ones between Swansea and Cardiff on the M4. Where all the signs are encrypted. I'm not quite sure why I lost my job with MI5 as an interrogator, and I didn't like to ask. They said there were reports of me defecting in a stairwell. I said they needed to read the reports more carefully. I was sponsored by Gorton and Denton. Another time, I was supposed to put bombs under ships in the harbour. I accidentally filled all our breathing equipment with nitrous oxide. I mean, we laughed about it at the time. Another time, I woke up in the middle of the night. There was a beautiful woman in my bedroom. I said, who are you? What do you want? She looked at me and went, Nikita. And sure enough, when I woke up in the morning, my radiator was missing. But it's not Nick Heater. It's not easy to kill, not even a mouse. In fact, I'm still banned from Euro Disney.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jones. Gave that round the points. Go to Angela. Both of you come back, please. Join us after the break for more Mock the Week. Our next round is called Picture of the Week. I show the panel a topical image and ask them to tell me what is happening. So, teams, what's going on here?
That looks like 8 p.m. Christmas Day when one person has still got their paper hat on.
It's a serious occasion, so he's wearing the formal presidential trucker hat. That hat was actually Lincoln's.
Is this a picture of the happiest meal anyone's ever had in a harvester?
That guy coming in through the curtain going, sorry, I've got this room booked from 4 for Zumba.
Is that what ChatGPT will show you if you say, can I see American Mock the Week?
Would this be the least appropriate time ever for a photographer to say, now let's do a silly one?
Was this photo taken, like, 2 minutes after he said, which one is Iraq and which one is Iran?
Come on, Donald, let's just plan one more bombing, then you can stand in front of the map again and pretend to do the weather.
Well, they've hung black curtains and drapes all around and it's completely changed the shape of the room. Let's see what the owners think.
I'm going to do something no president has ever had the bravery to do. Bomb the Middle East.
That woman does look like she's just said, we did say that we would wear white today.
Imagine Keir Starmer wearing a hat with GB written on it. I mean, Gordon Brown, all right. You know.
Anyone have the correct answer, please?
It's Operation Epic Fury.
It is, of course. Thank you very much, Ahir Shah. Yes, this is US President Donald Trump pictured in the Situation Room from where Operation Epic Fury was launched. This is news that the United States and Israel launched extensive airstrikes against Iran. In response, Iran has launched retaliatory strikes across the region, and at the time of recording, the conflict is still ongoing. We are aware there's a very sensitive and fast-moving situation, and obviously, we're everyone's choice Mock the Week to discuss this at some detail. They've all requested, Mock the Week, they'll do a brilliant job of really digging down in a sensitive way to what is a very delicate situation internationally. Epic Fury, isn't it?
So American, is it? Might as well call it Operation Kaboom. Yeah. What they should be calling it is Operation Distract Everyone from the Epstein Files for a bit. That's... Oh, shit, I've started a rally.
It's not the most FIFA Peace Prize thing he's done.
No, I will say that, and while that's maybe not the most important thing in some ways, it is quite the most striking thing that he's the first person to ever host a World Cup and bomb one of the participants in the build-up to the tournament. There are very few precedents for that. Like
I think you'll find Italy did it to Trinidad and Tobago in 2006.
Very much stepped out of the news, yes. Yeah.
There are a lot of clever people out there. I mean, you remember Saddam Hussein? He had a degree in chemistry and combined inhumanities.
Where is the... this is the...
I love that you just move on. You never dignify Milton with a response. You just turn away.
I think the timing of it is it gives it its time, and then we move on. Yeah. That's absolutely what we should do. This is the Situation Room from which this was launched. Where is this top secret, secure room?
Is it at a wedding venue? It looks like they've just cornered off a bit of a wedding venue.
It is very much at a wedding venue.
It's got all the security of a mum holding a towel in front of you at the beach. What's happening? Are they saying, please stop talking about the war?
Yeah, sort of.
Can I remind you that you asked us? At no point did I go, yes, I know we're having some fun talking about shitting yourself into trousers. I'd like to talk about the war, please.
Yeah.
Shitting yourself
Into trousers.
I'm going to shit myself. Fetch me the nearest pair of trousers.
Okay. In other news, what's going on
other
here?
news?
There's other news. In other
Michael
news,
McIntyre's tours hit Blackpool.
That's the smile of a man who actually has a nuclear weapon.
This is how you solve a small boat crisis.
He looks so shy. Doesn't he know he's beautiful?
He is. He's so cute. He's cute. He is cute. We have to admit, he is cute. He might be evil, but he's cute. He's like a labubu made of asbestos.
He is cute.
is he a little grab the cheeks?
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, 20 years ago when you get, like, photos developed at the chemist, and then sometimes you end up getting someone else's photos? They'd always look like this photo.
So had a busy morning playing Jenga with massive bricks.
Yes, of course. It's a story that Supreme Leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, has officially named his successor as his 13-year-old daughter, Kim Joo-ae. Is another photograph released in this week, wearing matching leather jackets. Looking very cool. There they go.
Whoa, their jackets are matching.
Where'd they get them? The same shop?
They're the same height, and they're nearly 100 bees tall.
What is amazing is that North Korea is going to have a female leader before the Labour Party do.
I didn't realise that Kim Jong-un succeeded his own father. And it's just like, it's so annoying when you really like somebody and then you realise they're a Nepo baby.
Moving on. What have shoplifters in the UK been targeting?
Chocolate bar.
Yes, chocolate bar.
It's like a gang thing.
Yeah.
They found bodies of 10 men wearing concrete shoes in Wonka's Chocolate River.
Now, apparently there was one man was found with a coat stuffed full with Cadbury's cream eggs. And reader, I married him.
Yeah, chocolate bars have become the thing to steal now.
Maybe
There are lots of high-value chocolates out there. So
Freddos are 45p now. That's
fuck off.
Yeah, that's the real chocolate crime. 45 pence for a Freddo.
I can't believe people are stealing chocolate. Maybe they should put a bounty on their head.
I can't believe you.
You can edit that out if you want.
No, I can't believe you didn't believe in that, which is clearly the best joke of the entire show.
I remember years ago going into a newsagent and opening a packet of Ferrero Rocher chocolates, took the wrapper off and stuffed them down my trousers, and then the shopkeeper stopped me on the way out, and a couple of them just rolled out on the floor. And he said, "Are those chocolates?" And I said, "I hope so."
I did read the story about the guy who was caught with a coat full of cream eggs, and all I could think is, obviously I don't condone violence, but imagine if they'd shot him.
It's white and yellow. White and yellow. Oh.
This guy appears to have come everywhere.
Like in a movie going, "You made me cum my own cum."
I'm washing my hands and I'm washing my hands, but the fondant won't come off.
Is that better? Is that more what they wanted?
You like that? We can go back
These
to
are your choices. Insensitivity with the war or cum jokes about cream eggs. I mean, we only have two tones here.
Supermarkets are too accusatory anyway, man. Whenever you're at the self-checkout, it says, "Have you swiped your Nectar card?" It's like, no, I signed up for it fair and square. What are you talking about?
They said that they're being stolen to order, right? And I just think, well, surely everything's stolen because someone wants it. Who's going, "That looks shit, I'll have it"?
It's causing
TLC.
And at the end of that... Rhys and Milton. The next round is called Between the Lines. It features Glenn and Rhys. Would you make your way to the press pit, please? Rhys will deliver a speech in the guise of a leading figure on the world stage, while Glenn will translate what they really mean. This week, Rhys is Peter Mandelson.
Oh, good. Good evening. I am here to finally answer all your questions. And at the end of the day, there won't be a stain on my character.
I can't say the same about my pants.
I am not worthy of my peerage.
I'm the worst lord since Voldemort.
Let me be clear. I am not the Prince of Darkness.
I have been stripped of that title. I am now the Mountbatten Windsor of Darkness.
The idea of me as some evil manipulator is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. My life is in ruins. Who in their right mind would consider employing me now?
I'm delighted to accept the role as manager of Spurs.
I am proud to have created employment opportunities for young people.
Thanks to Jeffrey Epstein, my husband's a qualified osteopath.
I am embarrassed by the images of me in the Epstein files.
I look like Winnie the fucking Pooh.
I am still good friends with Tony Blair.
Well, you recently texted me saying, sorry, new phone, who dis?
I still have plans to make a positive contribution.
I will destroy Harry Potter and become all-powerful and immortal.
Well done, Rhys and Claire. So, what is going on here?
Is this a photograph of a man whose only proven crime is friendship? There is a male loneliness epidemic now.
You've got to check in on your mates 10,000 times a day.
It's okay not to be okay. That's what he was emailing.
I mean, you can live on an island and also be an island.
I recognise this. That's the frustrated look of someone having to collect a parcel that's been left with a neighbour, even though he was in all day.
It's weird to think that he's Nelson Mandela's son.
It's not commented on enough, I think. I mean, he must be an awful disappointment to the family.
Imagine being Peter Manderson now. Every time the phone rings, he must shit himself. But luckily, he's wearing Gordon.
OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Sarah, Rhys and Milton. Join us after the break for more Mock the Week. Now we play a round called What on Earth? I show the panel a topical image and ask them to tell me what's happening. So, teams, what's going on here?
Paul!
Is this how Jeffrey Epstein actually died?
Is he saying, come on, Iran, who fucking wants some?
The thing about this picture is that guy on the right's camouflage is good, but the 6 guys on the left camouflage is fucking amazing.
Is this the only gun that's got a trigger big enough for his finger?
Has he just found an unconventional way to scatter his mum's ashes? Too soon?
It does sort of have the vibe of Mummy's dead and I can have a go now.
Is he saying, so during trooping of the colour, this can fire 3 T-shirts into the crowd at once?
Oh, man, if that's all that came out, that would be very fun. If they did all that, they would... Thump, thump, thump. 3 teachers out. Charles!
Is this just for if any more of his family decide to marry Americans?
Yes, it's actually an air rifle.
Oh! Come on!
OK, yeah, good. Yeah. Well, welcome to Radio 4. Quip of the week. Oh, God, not on the BBC anymore. Yes, this is Charles handling a missile launcher on a recent visit to an army barracks. What further indignity has his brother Andrew suffered this week?
Oh, it's terrible. They've said that King Charles has told him not to go horse riding, but I think King Charles just told him not to mount anything.
When was this, then?
No. That's a file photograph. It wasn't... He didn't immediately go, well, screw you!
The big issue was the horse in question. That's sugar.
I don't get why he would want to go horse riding anyway, because that's kind of an activity that teenage girls are more... Oh, I get it. OK. It doesn't look good.
No.
He looks horrible on a horse.
Charles said, we want you not to ride a horse, because it just doesn't suit you.
Calling him in going, Andrew, you look shit.
Your legs are all out and down. One arm at the side. It's not a good look for you, Andrew.
Do you think those trousers have been made by Gorton and Denton?
I don't think people would recognise him, actually. Well, you can see the bloke who was putting the lines on a football pitch just went right over him.
Do you think he... You know, because he must be stressed at the moment with all this stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's his fault, but he must still be... Do you think he listens to relaxation tapes to try and take the edge off, and it's like, just breathe, imagine you're on a desert island, and he goes... Stop, 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 stop.
Apparently, now he's been banned from River Island.
At the end of that round, the points go to Angela, Ahir and Glenn. Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and we'll see what our panelists can come up with. Here we go. The first subject is unlikely things to hear in hospital.
Come straight through. We're not busy.
So, you're not going to believe this, but it turns out that with this sort of machine, turning it off and on again is actually the worst thing you can do.
I'm afraid it's bad news. I've left my wedding ring in your bum.
We have the results of your Are You Allergic to Chairs test. You might want to stand up for this.
So you sat down suddenly on a golf course and had sudden rectal pain. That's a red flag for me.
OK, just stand still for the X-ray. Great. All right, let's do a silly one.
You can't keep prescribing pizza, Dr. Oetker.
I've got the results from your X-ray. He doesn't want to get back together.
Well, I was told that screaming and shitting yourself during childbirth was normal, but now apparently I'm a bad midwife.
Son of a bitch. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Bitch. It's a beautiful baby boy.
Mr. Smith, you've got a sausage up your nose and mashed potato in your hair. You need to eat more sensibly.
I appreciate that you're upset, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I said he had 6 months, and I got it bang on.
Madam, when I said open wide, I meant your mouth.
Well, Mr. Wallace, incredible to see. They've done a very successful full face and full body transplant. I'm in the wrong room.
Yes, we first became concerned that you had a problem with cholesterol when we took a slice of blood.
We've lost him. Oh, no, he's over there.
I'm afraid you're going to have to take a pill a day, every day, for the rest of your life. So, here's 9 pills.
The parking here is free.
Bad news, you did shit yourself during surgery. But good news, you were wearing Gordon and Denton trousers.
Going down? Yeah, I'll tell you how your grandmother's operation went in a second, but could you just press that button, please? The one that says morgue.
Now, don't worry, this sort of shooting, stabbing pain is very common in people who've been shot and stabbed.
I've been a doctor for 30 years. Of course you can show me your scar.
The surgery was a success. We managed to amputate your leg with no problems. And we kept the one with the cool tattoo that says, amputate.
The next topic is things you wouldn't hear in a cooking show.
And this week it's a tricky skills test as we ask our chefs to negotiate peace in the Middle East.
As you can see, this lamb just falls right off the bone, which is why we're at the vet.
I want that real home-cooked feel. So I'm going to cock up the recipe, throw it in the garden and tell my husband to cook his own fucking dinner.
And today on Celebrity MasterChef, the surrealist Icelandic singer is cooking pjork.
Hate speech? Hate speech? What do you mean, hate speech? I just want to know the chairman of the judges has a flavour of yoghurt he doesn't like. Oh, hate speech.
So if you just give it a little tap on the bottom, you'll lose your job at MasterChef.
Well, as you can see, chopping up onions has really made me cry. But thank you for watching. Today's episode is in memory of our beloved family dog, Onions.
Here's a little tip if you're making your own sourdough. Shut up about it, nobody gives a fuck.
Today I'm making a classic roast chicken with an American twist. The chicken's got a gun!
I've intentionally left the chicken raw in the middle because I know Greg Wallace is going to be tasting it.
Simba, I know you thought it was selling out to do a Lion King cookery show. But I brought you a sandwich. Tuna tomato?
OK, this is Mary Berry saying you've got 5 minutes left, bakers, and I'm getting fucking hungry.
Now, do be careful, because if there's too much oil, there's a chance you'll be bombed by the United States.
Now, I don't know if you do cheat days, but when I do, I like to call up the local Italian and have sex with her instead of my wife.
Simmer for 20 to 30 years and then snap and kill everyone.
Well, in 15 years of presenting Bake Off, that is the most delicious pastry I've ever tasted. I think you've earned the famous Paul Hollywood hand job.
Welcome to Is It Cake, where you can't believe it's cake and we can't believe you watch this shit.
Once again, today we're going to be making fruit wine. I'm going to be using my feet to crush the banana skins.
Now, this dessert is rather naughty. In fact, it features really quite prominently in the Epstein files.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is that? That's not a souffle, that's a piece of shit! You're a fucking lowlife! How are you going to win Junior MasterChef like this?
Back to the end of that round. The points go to Sarah, Rhys and Milton. And that's the end of the show. This week's winners are Angela Barnes, Ahir, Shah and Glenn Moore. Commiserations to Milton Jones, Rhys James and Sarah Keyworth. Thanks for watching. I'm Darrell Breen. Good night.